Viewer discretion is advised. This is going to be funny as hell.
It was at this moment Jackson knew.
Oh, no.
He fucked up.
Oh, I got nothing. I'm just gonna laugh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I wonder how that cargo container tasted.
Oh my god.
Pow, right in the kisser. Pow,
That
right in the kisser.
I see you. He dead.
That
He
wasn't
did.
a cargo container, Jason. That was like the. It looks like it's the Is that a cargo container? Oh, it's a cargo
container.
Oh, it looked like one of those like parking garage.
You know what? We don't really need to discern what it was. We just need to know that that was metal and that was a face.
It was amazing, and I hope he has a great dental plan.
Yeah, that was his mouth. That was his mouth that slammed it. Oh god, my mouth just hit pavement and I lost a tooth.
Well, you know what, guys?
Oh.
This is already the start of a great episode. Hey, Chris, why don't we show it again? Show it one more time.
Yeah, I want to see that again. Go
Show it
ahead. Go ahead.
Go.
It was at this moment Jackson
I love the
knew.
Dukes of Hazzard pause here.
He fucked up.
Damn, Duke Ball.
Oh!
Ah, you're watching SCNS Live. Roll it!
Hey guys.
Hey, everybody. I'm waiting for an applause. I don't start until I get an applause.
Well, you always like the intro. You got to do
yeah.
something.
Lady Gaga now?
Oh, no. You got to like go. Welcome to the show, everybody.
I start with the applause, and then you go.
Okay, fine.
Start, yeah.
Woo!
Yes, hi, welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live. I am Matt, and I am feeling tremendously better, so thank you to everything. Yeah, dude, he's fueling me right now. Rob is right now.
Rob, you suck.
So on the show tonight, we have the beautiful, lovely, fantastic cast surrounding me, and one of which is Miss Beautiful Cora. Look at that Cora. She's over there. She's wearing a shirt. She's wearing a glamorous shirt. She doesn't have a fan on her, so she's creating wind through her hands as she's trying to do something sexy and it's failing. And then we have Jason right next to him.
What's up?
Oh, now he's doing something very sexy as he's trying to run towards the camera and just, being burping and beautiful. But the most sexy man of all, we have Robin Truman. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
He
did the blue steel.
Oh, actually, it looks like Magnum. Yes, that's more appropriate. Magnum. Same as his penis.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. And on the reverse side, Chris! Professor Chris is right over there. He's behind the board, and he's going to get really up close to the mic to say something right there. Yes, he's getting close up. He's just saying that. He's just right on. Yes. All right, so, guys, we have a great show for you today. We've got Mr. Devin Pike from Fandaze. He's going to be on the show today. We're really excited to have him. We're going to talk some Fandaze, talk some announcements, be really excited for that. We also have Channel Control. We love Channel Control. We have an all-new show called Arrow, all-new season. We got The Flash. We got Sons of Anarchy. Whole lot to talk about there. And, well, Picks from the Rack. How about it seems like bonus. Picks from the Rack. How about that?
There's always picks from the rack.
Seems like a bonus.
It's a bonus. Yeah, it's a bonus.
Yeah, when I
love it.
Yeah. But first, as we always do, let's start with some SCNN. Okay, guys, so we've talked a few times about how shitty Comcast can be. Cable providers in general.
I don't think we talked enough about it.
I don't think we have, because there actually is a brand new story, and I'm about to get right to it, because they're at it again. Comcast has actually kind of taken a step a little too far now. Now, this man named Coral, Coral?
You're shitting me, right?
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not.
go ahead.
His name's Coral. It's fantastic. So, this man named Coral, he ended up getting Comcast, and for many months he tried to talk to them because their billing, they started charging him for things that he shouldn't have been charged for. Like, boxes he never used, boxes he never had, and he ultimately was being charged like $1,000 for like one bill. It was really bad.
What the hell?
Yeah, and it was just him. It wasn't anything really that huge. So he would call, he would write, he would talk to anybody, and the customer service department did nothing. They wouldn't do anything for him. So what he ended up doing was he called up the higher ups and he said, "Hey, this is what's going on." Well, they said, "Okay, well we'll get somebody in touch with you and you'll get some service for sure." Well, then the person called him and had no idea anything that was going on. It was so inept at their job that he called back again and he said, "Look, I work for a high-profile accounting firm. This is the list of, this is everything that I've charted out. This is what I should be paying. This is what you're charging me. Just fix it. All good. No problem." Well, it turns out that Comcast actually has a partnership with the accounting firm that he works for. So they ended up calling that accounting firm, and a few weeks later, the man was fired. Coral was fired. He was then out of a job. And since then, there's been an update to where, the accounting firm said, "Oh, well, he was doing some things that were unsavory and were against company policy." And now Comcast has come out and said, we never asked for him to get fired, but you did call his work. That is what you're not talking about. You did call his work, and you started saying stuff. And that is the issue of this entire story. So they're looking into legal issues right now. But yes, this man got fired because of Comcast.
I don't know. That sounds like it should be totally the other way around. Comcast needs to be fired for, I don't know, every shitty thing that they do.
Yeah. Like, how are you going to call somebody's work and just basically say, "Hey, this is what's going on. You got an employee named Coral who's sitting there and he's badgering people and, he wants his money back. You should fire him." Just because you say you didn't ask for somebody to be fired didn't mean you didn't insinuate it.
Look, how is it? Okay, they went way beyond calling his job, but why didn't his company look into this stuff and say, okay, look, we got a call from so and so, and what they just went to this guy and said, "Hey, we got a call from Comcast. You're harassing them, and so you're fired."
Hey, money talks, and that's one of the big issues.
Okay.
I know, it's kind of annoying, but hey, less annoying stuff. Let's get something, smile on our faces. Let's get Coral. Coral, you got a store, Coral.
I'm gonna murder them. That's my news story. No, not really. Actually, I've got some Batman versus Superman versus Star Wars. You heard that all correctly. That's exactly how it was written on our sheet, too.
Sounds like an awesome movie.
There's a reason why I put that, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, pretty recently, there was a picture released, and it was the Millennium Falcon, and on the underside was the Batmobile. And everyone was like, "That's kind of interesting and funny." And this has been something that's been going on between the two directors of the films, where they'll just release images and there'll be little cameos of each other in there. Like, let's see. The first one was at Comic-Con. It was the eve of Comic-Con. And all was sleeping. Well, not really. We weren't sleeping. What are we kidding? And Zack Snyder had a picture in black robes. And we all know Zack Snyder's going to be in the Batman movie, and he had black robes and a lightsaber.
We didn't get any of those up? Oh, man, I
No.
wanted the one with C-3PO as Batman.
No, C-3PO and Batman.
Well, no, he was, like, dressed in the cowl.
Oh, that one
He had the
that
cape
one wasn't
on.
in the article.
Oh, damn it.
I love
But-
the video that they showed with the Millennium Falcon. That was...
I like the stormtroopers getting arrested. That was my
that was
personal
funny.
favorite.
Yeah.
And the cop looking at the blaster like, what the hell is this thing?
But basically, it's just like this fun little rivalry that's been going on with them, and it's so funny. Just look this up. I mean, because I forgot to get the images. Apparently, I'm sorry.
Star Wars is gonna win!
Well,
Just
yes,
saying.
we already knew that.
In the end, Star Wars will always win.
Well, I mean, yeah, we already knew that because it's Star Wars.
Unless they went up against Avengers. I don't know. Then I would be kind of
Okay,
I would wonder about that.
Okay, Avengers versus Star Wars. That's actually a pretty good matchup there because both are strong franchises.
No, they're not.
Right in the nipple.
No, she missed it. She didn't
This is my story. You will shut up.
It's sinking, Coral!
Don't make me do it. Keep going with your story. Go.
Don't do it.
Go.
Anyway, Basically, this is just this fun little rivalry. It's awesome. I like the pictures that have come out of it. I like the videos that have come out of it. It's just something fun. And it's lighthearted between the two. It's good. It's a good thing. This is a good thing. This is the only good DC news I've heard in a while. Except for, like, The Flash and Arrow. That's it. That's all I got.
Thank you, Martha Stewart. Thank you so much for giving us that good thing there.
I am not Martha Stewart.
It's a good thing. What else is a good thing is what Rob and Trophy has to bring us. Rob?
I've got a story about sex, drugs, and... Oh, wait, no, that's not the story. It's about cartoons.
Jesus Christ. When do you do a story that's not about sex, drugs, or titties?
When it's about cartoons.
What she said. Anyway, it's the end of an era, even if we really give a damn about it. But Saturday morning cartoons are no longer, as far as the big network stations. CBS, NBC, ABC have stopped showing Saturday morning cartoons for quite some time now. And the last holdout was CW. And they had Yu-Gi-Oh! And some other card captors, or basically anything that had a collectible card game or toys to it, that's what they had. I don't know, like I was talking to these guys here, and a lot of the cartoons they had now anyway were crap, as far as I was concerned.
Yeah.
The great stuff was the old stuff. When I was a little kid, I'd grab my bowl of Smurfberry Crunch or G.I. Joe cereal. Y'all don't know about that, do you? Grab that stuff, and at 6 o'clock in the morning, I would sit up there and watch cartoons all freaking day, from 6 a.m. to about noon, 1 o'clock. And after that, there was kung fu movies. But, I mean, Saturday morning cartoons were big. They had big presentations, previews for everything coming up. You had Smurfs, Thundar the Barbarian, Plastic Man, Batman and Super 7, which became the Tarzan Batman Hour. Mighty Orbots. There's so many, but the one that I really miss, Mr. T. The Mr. T cartoon was the greatest thing ever. Chris, can we get that other picture of Mr. T up there, please? There we go. Mr. Goddamn T.
I know that guy. That is... What the hell was Shelton Perry doing? Y'all should totally go watch Teen Titans right now anyway. Well, not right now. Watch
it. Yeah. Saturday morning cartoons are done. As for, I said network TV. What killed it? Cable, streaming, torrents.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the cable TV, your channels, you got Cartoon Network. I mean, Disney XD is awesome. Anytime, I'll watch that. You know, Gravity Falls is probably one of my favorite shows.
Gravity Falls is wonderful.
It's fantastic.
It's so great.
And you know, they've made shows now to where adults can watch it too, because it's funny, and kids won't get the stuff, versus anything that was on the CW or on Fox was kind of, like.
Yeah, like I said, those cartoons were built to sell the collectible card games. So. Yeah.
Plus, I mean, you look at Netflix too. Phineas and Ferb's on Netflix. Yeah, so you're. I mean.
Yeah. But I mean, right now, at least for us, if we want the old days, if you have Boomerang.
Oh, Boomerang's fantastic.
Boomerang is great. That's all the stuff that I grew up with. Even some stuff before.
His kids were watching Johnny Bravo on Boomerang the other day.
I'll raise them right.
I was about to say, Boomerang's actually started putting stuff from when I was a kid on there. It makes me feel really old. Because the cartoons that were on there when I was like 5 and 6 were like the stuff my grandparents. Wow, too late.
My grandparents watched Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy wasn't on Boomerang.
It's a joke.
Idiot.
It's a joke, Hannah.
But
Snoopy.
Stuff that was on there was like stuff my mom and my dad grew up with. So then the cartoons I grew up with are on there, and I was like, oh my god, I'm old. Yep. Which my parents were very old when they had me, so they were already old.
Their sweet child, the cartoons that she watched as a kid made her feel old.
Oh, yeah.
I watched Birdman and Space Ghost, not in syndication.
So
that was the first showing.
I watched
Hundar the
Birdman a
Barbarian.
lot. Birdman was one of my favorite cartoons.
Mm-hmm. You watch it years later.
It doesn't matter.
Oh gosh, she's talking about Attorney at Law.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about actual
Oh, you're talking
Birdman.
about actual Birdman.
Yes, and every time I would talk about it in school, people thought I was crazy because they knew the Attorney at Law stuff.
Don't judge him too much.
Oh yeah.
All
So
right. Okay. So let's go a little bit more current because we actually do have a cartoon that's coming over to Cartoon Network, and of course, the only person that can bring this is Mr. The X.
Hey, I'm sorry, it's a Transformers story. I'm all over that. Okay, so Transformers Prime ended its run on the Hub. Unfortunately, the Hub is going through some rebranding due to low ratings, and it's going back to Discovery Kids. So with this, Transformers Robots in Disguise will be seen on Cartoon Network, just like Transformers Animated was. Now, the new team will see Bumblebee leading the team in the absence of Optimus Prime. And this also takes place after the Prime storyline. Apparently, Bumblebee will be coming back to Earth with an all-new team, including Drift and Grimlock and Sideswipe. And they will be finding some Decepticons that broke out of jail. So that's the basis of the story. New York Comic Con is actually going on this week, and we got to see some of the toys for this particular series. But this is the animation style. Of course, it's aimed more at children. I don't know about this hair on Sideswipe, though. What the is this, man? Because I got a Sideswipe figure. Oh, I know it's not transformed, so I won't go get it. And I don't know what the hell that was. Chris, why'd you put it? There it is. But what the is this? What is this douchebag hair? Does he have a pair of Ray-Bans to go with this? Is he riding a Honda motorcycle? Oh shit!
Maybe listen to Sid Vicious.
Maybe he's gonna sing some Mumford and Sons for us next.
I will wait for you.
How much would I bet he smells like Axe?
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. Transformers: Robots in Disguise premiering this fall on Cartoon Network. Definitely watch it. And it's also the same voice cast from Transformers Prime will be returning to the voices in Transformers: Robots in Disguise.
Now you should have more time to watch that if the man in this story has anything to do with it. Carlos Slim, multi-billion-dollar man, is no. I want to be in front of him, Chris. I want to be in front of him. I want him to touch my shoulder and be like, "Hey, you're gonna get a whole lot of money here." Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Feel him. Feel the man. Get his money.
I like that we've actually put the pictures up here so I can do stuff like this.
Just get his money. Anyway, so Carlos Slim, he actually came out and said that he believes that one day we're going to go to 3-day work weeks. And in these 3-day work weeks, it's going to be 11-hour days, and you actually won't retire until you're 75. His reasoning behind this is he believes that life is meant to be experienced. And if you're spending all these days at work, then you can never travel. You can never go do anything. You can never spend time with your family. You're always on the go. I completely agree with him. I'm like, I've always been a huge proponent just for 4-day weeks and working just 10-hour days. But I will work 3 days a week and work for 12 hours. I don't care. That's not a big deal to me. I mean, if it means that I get more time to do what I want and get a 5-day weekend and just have to work 3 days, that'd be great.
But now, will there be overtime when this thing comes out?
More likely, yes.
I mean, I know there will be guys, your workaholics, who will just go to work on the 4th, 5th, 6th day, do whatever. But
yeah, I would think there would be overtime because if you do have a huge project, well, then those would be exceptions where you have to work on the weekend, and that would mean the 5 more days, which would be awesome. You would get so much more money at that point.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I've been doing a 4-week work week for the past 3 years. I love it. If I have to go back to 5, I'll probably slit my wrist.
Shut up.
Oh, that escalated very quickly. No, I don't like that at all.
So I'm okay with 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Well, somebody who I don't know, he probably would like it, but he didn't like the situation that was dealt to him. Miss Cora Barton, you've got that story.
Yes, I do. Okay, so this is another story from Georgia. I always get the Georgia stories because I'm from Georgia. Actually, what's really funny is this took place in Cartersville, Georgia, which is not too far from where I grew up. These all happened within an hour of my house. This is just really weird to me. Sorry. So Dwayne Perry was minding his own business. Just kind of chilling at his house. He's retired. He gets to chill and be, relax. All of a sudden, police come to his house, armed to the teeth, because a police helicopter that had flown over earlier in the day thought his okra field was pot.
Kind of hard to get those two mixed up.
Actually, pot leaves and okra leaves look very similar.
Uh-oh.
So they may have just kind of gone in there, checked out the leaves, and just gone, sorry, and left. Also want to point out the police chief. His name is Kermit.
Yes, it is.
I can't.
That's the best part of that story. Also, I love how, like, when we're talking about this pre-show, you're like, every Georgia story is like a mile away from my house.
An hour away.
An hour.
There's a difference.
Excuse me. I was like, it kind of makes sense. But no, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I did. We were also talking. We kind of wanted to see a picture of somebody smoking okra now.
I can make that happen. But
Yes, you
too
can.
late now.
You have the technology.
I don't think that would be a very good idea, but you know what? I can't stop you.
No, you can't.
Stop you.
I think y'all have learned that by now.
Yeah, we've learned that.
I'll do what I won't. I'll do what I won't.
But they did apologize and all that stuff. He's not very happy. Like, he's not happy at all. Because he thinks this is some grade A bullshit. And you know, I kind of have to agree with him. I also can kind of see the police's point of view, but at the same time, y'all are in Georgia and you don't know what okra looks like. Okay. You're not from Georgia, are you?
They know what it looks like fried.
They do know what it looks like fried.
Did you eat your okra? Did I say it like that, okra?
No, we call it okra.
Okra?
Still call it okra.
Okay.
And I will say right now, I cannot eat okra. I can't eat it. I'm a terrible Southerner. I can't eat it.
I love okra.
It got shoved down my throat as a child. The same reason I can't eat squash.
That's what she said. Anyway.
Ah!
Come on, don't hit me off that one. I couldn't help it. You did say it, and you're a she. Whatever.
All right, let's move on. Rob, you got a story.
Yeah, I got a pretty good one. I think a lot of people have seen this one already about Lisa Mahone and her boyfriend Jamal Jones, who got stopped in Indiana for a seatbelt violation. Okay, so the cops stopped them, and they're talking to them. She was trying to get to the hospital because she said her mother's dying. Doctor said, get to the hospital quickly. We don't know how long she's going to last. And they're trying to get down there. However, they're at a stop. And the cops were talking to Jamal, and he had the kids in the backseat, his 14-year-old son and I think a 7-year-old girl. I don't know if it was his child also. But they're talking to him, and they're trying to get his ID. He didn't have it because he had a stop for a DUI or some type of traffic stop, but his license was revoked. It was suspended, taken away from him. So he didn't have that. He had paperwork to show them, which he did. Now, he cracked the window a bit, handed it out, and at one point, the cops told him to get out of the car, which he said that he was scared he was going to get hurt or shot or whatever, which right now is the current feeling for most black people in America. Sorry to say. But he refused to get out the car, and it comes to the point where he keeps turning around to the back seat, and it's something where they can't see his hands. I'm going to tell you right now, cops get nervous when they can't see your hands, and you start turning away from them. So it's your back, they can't see hands, they don't know what you're grabbing. Anyway, they smashed the window, dragged this guy out, tased him, and everyone's going crazy. And when I initially saw it, I was pretty much like, oh, hell no. Y'all can't do this shit. But actually, yes, they can.
What?
Yep. During a traffic stop, police can ask you a bunch of questions like, driver's license, get out the car, can I search your glove compartment, can I search here? Now, asking for your driver's license is a command, and so is getting out of your car. If they tell you to get out of your car, you actually have to get out of the car. Now, there's a bunch of reasons why they will ask you to. One could be, it's raining cats and dogs outside and this guy's a dick. Or it could be, he wants to evaluate you for something else. Maybe you're drunk. Maybe you have a weapon on you, which is why this thing came up. Someone got stopped, they asked them to get out, and they saw a bulge, and they had suspicion, reasonable suspicion to search this guy, found a gun on him that wasn't registered, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, if a cop tells you get out the car, you need to get out the car.
So worry about that later. Like, worry about the ramifications later. Do immediately what they say then and there.
Yeah, the only thing that you can tell them no is to a search. Unless they give you a reason why, as far as they think you've committed a crime, left a crime, on your way to a crime. And the on your way to one is kind of sketchy, but they can do that. That's the only one you can say, nope, you can't search me, you can't search my car. Of course, they can hold you for hours until they get a freaking search warrant. But yeah, I try to say, it's wrong. Maybe they did use too much force, whatever, but he was supposed to get out the car and refused. And he actually is in the wrong. So there you go.
All right.
Sorry.
Lessons in Traffic by Robin Troppi. Thank you so much. And for our final story, let's kick it over to Jason, who's got a rather fun one. Let's go, Jay.
Okay, this is a great bit of news. Marvel Comics has denied a character for a while her own book, and she needs to be empowered. But ladies and gentlemen, the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl gets her own comic from Marvel Comics coming. I didn't have the date it comes out, but 2015. So yeah, Doreen actually is getting her own comic. If you are not familiar with the character Squirrel Girl, she is the most powerful character in the Marvel Universe, having defeated Galactus, Thanos, Terrax, even Wolverine in hand-to-hand combat. So yeah, she's awesome, and I can't wait to see. Now the thing is, I was telling Rob about this week and how all of her victories are always done off-screen. You'll have like S.H.I.E.L.D. come up and say like, hey, thanks for taking care of that Terrax problem for us. And she's like, no problem. And Rob was fascinated with the idea of it. Because you actually came in and you were like, what the hell is this Squirrel Girl?
Well, no, I heard you talk about Squirrel Girl before, and I was like, this has got to be some Marvel crap character.
Hey, I told you.
Whatever. That's what I thought when I heard about it. And I was like, then he tells me this, I'm like, whatever. I go look it up on Marvel Wiki, and I'm like, holy crap.
Tell you.
Took down Dr. Doom, Terrax, Wolverine.
Deadpool.
I mean, but has she ever fought Spider-Man? Has she ever gone against Spider-Man?
Come on, that's not fair to Peter.
No, that's it. Spider-Man is one of Marvel's most powerful characters.
It's not fair to Peter. Look, she would probably never fight Peter anyway.
We're going to stop this conversation right now. All right?
Look.
Go on with your little story.
Anyway,
go on with the story.
You can guarantee when the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl makes its way to four-color madness, I will be getting that and reviewing it on Picks from the Rack. So there, I'm done.
Excellent. Now that has been SCNN. Thank you guys for joining us for this super cool nerd news. But moving on, we've got some more important things to talk about, and that's channel control, which we need to get an opener for that. We will eventually do that for channel control. And let's start off with our first show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I thought we were gonna
Why?
Okay,
let's just skip it.
Why
skip it? Why?
It's brief on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's great, yeah.
We saw Mr. Gill come back. He's very powerful as Blizzard. I thought it was a solid episode. There wasn't really much furthering the overall story. It was kind of the villain of the week. It was good, but it just wasn't anything right home.
But we did get to see Gemma. And I like seeing Gemma and, being put in that situation. And you get to see what Hydra's doing and that they're really going in and, brainwashing these agents.
But honestly, come on, let's move on to the big one. Come on.
No, I have a problem with agents.
No. Wow, come on, don't.
We're sticking with agents now.
Talk about
sticking with agents.
No.
Go, agents.
I got a big problem with it. For an organization who's supposed to be hiding right now, hunted, there are two of them, S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra, both being hunted by U.S. government. Hydra has a lot of freaking branding.
They really do.
Everywhere.
They do.
How are you hiding? You've got patches on the back of jackets, stuff on the walls.
They've got
your secret laboratory's got a big old what the hell?
They've got a gift shop.
Exactly.
Amazon.
Hey, an employee health plan.
Yeah. Which they put Hydra on.
It's like Cobra, but Hydra, but Hydra health plan.
Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, that's my only problem, and there you go. Whatever.
So another show actually started up this week. We're really excited about it. You know, I guess without further ado, we should talk about it. Gotham. Gotham was great.
I'm going to tell you what that is. You're going to start talking about freaking Arrow right now.
All right, so yeah, Arrow. Arrow finally debuted.
Yes.
The moment like it was about to start, I go Arrow watch. Like I was so excited. It was a lot of fun, and a lot of stuff happened in that episode for a season premiere.
Oh my God.
I know. You've got like. You've got the romance budding between Felicity and Oliver,
Which I don't like. Do not like it.
I was hoping that they would save that.
No, I don't want to
Let
have
the tension happen. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I was hoping they would let it simmer, kind of let go, but they made it full boil right then and there. You've got new villains coming up. There's a lot more mystery with what happens at the end. And, man, that was such a good episode. That was a really good episode. It started off strong, and it connected with Flash. And I love that. I love it when that stuff does that.
And they had the Flash episode right after where, Barrett says, hey, I'm awake.
Yep.
I'll be right there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Flash, not Flash, I mean, Arrow. Very good. Only thing I have is, didn't he kill Vertigo in the first season?
This is a new
He
Vertigo.
did. He mentioned that. He said Vertigo's dead. And he said, well, you can never stop Vertigo. And it's because it's pretty much the Ra's al Ghul thing, where it's like, anyone can be Ra's al Ghul. It's just a movement. But it's drugs, which that didn't make sense to me.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get that part. But all right, I'll deal with it.
Man, I mean, you think about what happened at the end of that episode and what's going to happen next. I mean, if she just left in the second season and shit went down with the League of Shadows, but what happens this time? I mean, I'm pretty sure League of Shadows is going to be all over Star City, which is what they're going to be calling Starling City now.
Yes, they actually changed the name to Star.
Thank God.
The thing is,
I was getting so confused. I was like, in the comics, it's Star City, but in this, it's Starling City. And I was like, finally, they're calling it Star City.
The thing I freaking loved, and I know people like, oh, he killed Superman or whatever, but Brandon Routh to me is a great freaking actor.
Routh.
He's actually best in funny roles.
He was really good in this one.
Yeah, but he was as Ray Palmer, who is Adam.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And he plays really good Adam, or at least just the character.
And he pretty much goes to Felicity and says, I need to buy this to break into your company. He doesn't actually tell her that, but he just buys all the shit he needs from her. Gets advice.
I love when he's in the hospital and he's like, really, I didn't actually even need the information. You saw how well that went? I was like, yeah, you're awesome. I like Brandon.
Okay.
I was happy to have him on there. But then Flash, and we've talked about Flash.
We've covered Flash. It's great.
It's cool. It's great. And I'm excited that it's actually picking up now and we get to see a second episode. So that's what I'm excited about for next week.
Yeah, because we have been sitting on this episode 1 for a while.
For a long time. And I actually didn't watch the first episode because of that, because I had already seen it.
And if you haven't seen them, go to our Facebook page. I put up pictures this morning of Reverse Flash.
That's right.
If you have not seen them, so.
Yep.
I got really excited because I went into the break room at work yesterday, and they had the rerun episode of Flash. Like, they had the, how they show it again. And it was on, I was walking, I was like, what is this? I don't recognize the, because I didn't recognize it at first. It was like, ding! And I was just saying, I stood there for like 5 minutes just going, this is a good show. This is a good show.
Get back to work!
No, actually, the janitor was in there with me, and he was just sitting there like, oh, this is okay. And I'm like, this is a good show. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
I had to do something, and I was just like, doing my thing. Not hurting myself.
I would love to reenact that part where it's like you're sitting there and you freak out and you watch it, and then there comes the janitor like, oh yeah, you got the old Flash, right? Look at that old Flash. Yes, I like the Flash. You're looking pretty hot yourself.
That would make me uncomfortable. No. But my
I'd like to
manager.
mop you.
It gets creepy on this show really fast.
Also, my managers could not say anything to me because I've watched them stand back there for 20 minutes watching football.
There's nothing
So-
wrong with that.
Yes, there is.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but if I get in trouble for standing back there for 20 minutes to watch The Flash, there's a problem with that now. Just saying.
I'm really excited for the next episode, though. I mean, and
Yes.
it was really good, really good.
Ah!
But one thing I do want to talk about first is, lastly, actually, is
Oh, we've got Jason has one.
lastly, we're going to talk about Sons of Anarchy, but this we're going to talk about
Okay,
Kamen Rider.
yeah, we're actually a new Kamen Rider has debuted over in Japan. Of course, these episodes are kind of hard to watch, but just go to Dailymotion. You can get the sub version or the raw version. But Kamarata Drive just started up. So far, it's a really great episode. It follows the adventures of a police investigator, and it's a definite change of pace because I actually had an image over here. Go to that image. That's Roy.
That's Arsenal. Yeah.
That's Roy. Okay, this is the first Kamen Rider, no motorcycle, it's a car. And actually, this show is a mix of Knight Rider and Doctor Who. Seriously, it's really good.
Chris, can you get your mic up real quick, Chris?
What?
You had a fantastic joke. I'd love for you to say
Oh, God.
Oh, they finally grew up and started driving a car. That's really nice. You got
Just
rid
turn
of
your mic off.
his little bicycle.
Just turn your effing mic off.
I have bicycle.
That's right.
Oh, I didn't realize how racist
don't
that would
care.
Hey, can we just go ahead and go to the break? Because he's dead.
Oh,
You're
dear
dead.
God, that was terrible.
You're an ass.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Okay. Turn off the
Jeez
mic. Turn off the
Louise.
mic.
Ooh.
Sons of
Okay,
Anarchy.
anyway.
Sons of Anarchy.
Kamen Rider,
Asshole.
that's actually a real word, so fuck you. Got key. Anyway, yeah, you can drop the image now. But it is a changeable pace. They are driving the car, and his driver is actually sentient, and so there's the Knight Rider aspect. Yeah, that was the driver, and I'm really hoping I win this in an eBay auction. You'll know if I do. Trust me. So that's his driver. It's actually sentient, and the car is actually inserted into the brace that he wears on his arm for different abilities. So it's a really good show. I'll be watching it. Maybe I might talk a little bit more about it later on. So anyway.
And then Sons of Anarchy.
All right, I've been watching Sons of Anarchy since it started. Pretty much every season I want a Harley when I freaking started watching this show. Right now, Kurt Sutter has written 7 seasons, so this is their last season. And this looks like it's going to be a freaking bloodbath. Jax has already lost his mind. He's doing this against one side and saying this side did it, going to the other side, doing stuff with them, and turn on these guys. He's just got everybody running around, except they're starting to catch up to him. Some people are starting to catch up to him, which were the Chinese gangs, which he kind of took care of them for a little bit. We don't know what's going to happen later on. But this thing is freaking great. Gemma, she needs to die. I don't know if she will. But the stuff she's done for these 7 years, oh, that woman needs to go. You been watching it?
No, I haven't. I'm actually on the first season still. Because you know how I am. You know, you'll get to like the 10th season of Supernatural, and I'll be like, "Hey guys, have you heard of this TV show called Supernatural?" And they'll just go and I'll binge watch it. And I'm actually on like episode 8 of season 9 now, so I'm binge watching the hell out of it. But I'll eventually get to Sons of Anarchy. But I know that this is like the last season, and we were joking about this before that are they going to Supernatural this? And you were actually saying something interesting about that. About it,
oh yeah. Okay, the thing is that, like I said, I mentioned before, he wrote 7 seasons, and the way this season seems to be going, he may just start killing off all these characters. So at the end, there may not be a Sons of Anarchy anymore. We really don't know. It looks like it, but hey, anything could happen. What we said about Supernatural, Kripke wrote that for 5 years, and he was done. Supernatural was so good, or that was their big ratings getter. They just brought a new crew and just kept going and going and going. And we don't know when Supernatural is going to end.
I'm actually okay with it not ending because it gives me so much to watch at work. But anyway, guys, that's been Channel Control. If you have a TV show or a certain series that you want us to start watching, go ahead and tell us at facebook.com/SCNS Live, or you could always follow us on Twitter at SCNS Live, or hey, email us at jasonthex@scnslive.com, or you can always email me at matt@scnslive.com. I write the shows and everything, so just email me. It's all good.
I wrote
Anyway,
a show once.
You wrote the show one time. It was great. I was sick. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to show you picks from the rack so you can get all of your knowledge and know what comics you need to be buying. And then we'll be right back with Devin Pike of Fandaze.
Some crazy plumber's trying to kill me. Ah! Get him back here. By far the dumbest opener I've ever done for Picks from the Rack. Hey guys, I'm Jason Next for SCNS Live, powered by Cinelinks.com, and this is Picks from the Rack for October 8th, 2014. Okay, I always got to give DC props when they actually do something right, but this week I picked up Batgirl number 35. Now this has Barbara Gordon transplanting to the city of Burnside. It also gives an explanation for the new look of hers, which actually has grown on me quite a bit. I love the artwork in this. It gives it a youth that the old Batgirl didn't have, but it takes away that grittiness of Gail Simone's writing. However, it is a solid book, and I think there actually should be more books like this for girls to get into comics, and this is a perfect example. Not too girly, but it's a good mix, and I think it really does what it needs to do very well. So yeah, Batgirl number 35, my number one pick for the week. And continuing from Hawkeye vs. Deadpool number 0, we got Hawkeye vs. Deadpool number 1. Solid book, good humor. I never thought Hawkeye could actually be this funny. And we get to see a little bit of Black Cat in here in her new, more evil-er persona, because she wasn't exactly great before, but she's evil-er. Or more evil. She's definitely more evil in this one. But it's a good solid book, good writing, good story. The jokes come aplenty with these two. So yeah, Hawkeye vs. Deadpool number 1, definitely worth picking up. We'll break in with something that might be a little bit different. This Alien vs. Predator, Fire and Stone. Unfortunately, you have to have read some other books before you pick this up, so I was really lost going into the story. I really have no idea where this is going, but if you've read them, maybe you can make a comment down there and tell me how it is, but this is... yeah. And coming out this week as well is Rocket Raccoon number 4. I love this book. I've always loved the artwork. I'm glad it's... I'm kind of glad it went out on kind of a good note, but it's just as ridiculous as I was expecting a talking raccoon wielding guns to be. It's a good book, though. I like Rocket Raccoon. I'm hoping they do more with him. I'm hoping he doesn't get overexposed, though. So I'm kind of glad this one shot is over. Let's just keep him in Guardians. We don't want to do too much with Rocket. I mean, come on. Don't Deadpool it or Wolverine it. You know. Is it just me or does that look like sixes? Looks like sixes. What's a sixes? It's sixes. Anyway, my final pick this week, I had to pick up Avengers X-Men Axis. This is our next big crossover spanning the Marvel Universe, and we've seen Magneto's plan to kill the Red Skull failed, and instead we're left with the Red Onslaught now. Oh, we got all the big teams together. We've got X-Avengers, we got X-Men, and we got actually a couple of tender moments in here, and it's a really good book, and it's starting off pretty good. It ends on kind of a bit of a copied note. We've seen this storyline before. You guys can be the judge. I'm willing to stick with it, but honestly, at the end of this book, we've seen this before. But go ahead and check it out. Honorable mention this week is going to be Nightcrawler number 7. Now, it's kind of a strange book. It's something once you pick it up, you'll know why I'm kind of like, what was going on here? But still, I'm picking up Nightcrawler, and it's not always a hit. Sometimes it's a miss. Anyway, you be the judge. Read it before you buy it. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm Jason Hacks for SCNS Live, powered by Cinelinks.com. Go to Cinelinks.com. Go like us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/SCNS Live. Follow me on Twitter at JasonX and on Instagram at JasonX. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. And this is Picks from the Rack.
Okay, so before we bring on Devin Pike, we actually have a breaking story. Cora, go ahead and break it.
All right, this is a breaking story from New York Comic Con, which is this weekend. But if you're a cosplayer, it could be a problem. Because if your weapon does not meet its policy, which means if it's not made of foam or cardboard, they're tossing it. You have the option to say, no, 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 I'm not bringing this convention area, which they will tell you to go that way and take it out of the convention area, period. If not, this has also been confirmed by staffers and congoers alike. There's no weapons check, so you can't be like, hey, I'll come back and get it later. They throw it away. They've seen janitors tossing props that people have been they've been making for days, weeks, months, tossing them, and you don't get them back.
So if I walked in with a Nerf gun like this,
no, that's okay. Because
this is fine? Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like a real weapon. With
gun, but if it's painted and looks like a actual weapon.
Okay, if it's a gun and it does not look real, like you can pass it as a fake weapon, you can bring it in the convention area. If it's a bow and arrow, the arrows have to have soft tips, but you can bring that into the convention, which I still think is a little stupid because arrows are made out of, I don't know, wood or titanium, so you can still hurt people with that. Let's see. But any other prop, if it's not wood or if it's wood, not coming in. If it's clay, not coming in. If it's foam, it can come in. If it's cardboard, it can come in. Anything else, can't come in. If you buy weapons there, you have to take them directly out of the area.
Wow, that's crazy, and that's
Okay, that's a little bit stupid.
That's a crazy story and something that's going on over at the.
Really bad, but that's what's happening right now, or has been happening today.
Well, we've got our own con that's coming up in a couple weeks, Fandaze, and right now we've got Mr. Devin Pike. He's on the Skype right now, and Devin, how are you doing, man?
I appreciate the. Whoa! I appreciate that he got his jab in there. I like that.
Yeah, because that's something I forgot to mention. New York Comic Con's policy is not posted where you can see it easily.
Ooh, not
it
good.
just says follow the policy, and then you have to go on a scavenger hunt to find the policy.
Now,
Dallas Comic Con's is easily accessible.
Okay.
Now, you guys wouldn't just go off and throw these props away, would you?
He seems to be stuttering. Oh my God. Apparently there's no sound on Devin. Yeah, but the broadcast can't hear him. Chris, no. Chris, change him back over to the other setting, please. Okay. There's just a slight audio issue. We'll bring it over.
Sorry, we're experiencing technical difficulties.
But anyway, we do have next weekend over at the Irving Convention Center, Dallas Comic Con presents Fandaze is coming up. It's going to be a good time. We got a great guest list, and if you attended Dallas Comic Con at the Dallas Convention Center, we're going back to the Irving Convention Center this time. So don't show up at Dallas Convention Center looking for the show. Can you hear us now? I mean, can everybody hear him now? Well, can the yeah, but if the broadcast can hear him, so we need to work on that. But anyway, there is a big guest list for our Dallas Comic Con. We got the Weasley brothers, who you're anxious to see, and
I'm so excited for them to be there.
we got Dave Bautista showing up. Guardians of the Galaxy was Drax.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, those are like the two that I'm like looking forward to the most.
Adam West, Burt
Here, I'm
Moore.
gonna come in.
Okay, come
What
on,
do you-
come on, we'll share. Well, hey Devin, can you say something?
Oh, sad faces, but I
Dave
understand.
Bautista will not be there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Turn it down.
Jesus, what is that
Turn
thing?
it down here.
Turn my mic down. No, mine. But they still need to be able to hear Devin, so. What? I'm just waiting to. I didn't hear about the cancellation of Dave Bautista, but.
Yeah, that's sad though. Oh well.
All right, folks. So what we're gonna have to do is kind of relay what Devin is saying. Other one, I'm at Matt's. Yeah. What's happening is Dallas Comic Con has their weapon policy clearly posted on the website. It's not like New York Comic Con, so you will be able to see what you can bring in or not. And chances are it's not going to change from previous years. You come in, they have a weapons check. You'll get your item tagged, and you can go and have fun and enjoy taking pictures with that weapon you took God knows how long to make on your own, and not just buy some in the store and paint it. So, yeah. The other story is that Dave Bautista will not be there. He has another engagement, which he said is a month long, event, shoot, something like that. So Batista will not be there. So we want to get an interview with him, and sorry.
But
We're still working on our.
oh wow, I am white. I became a ghost.
Well, I'm black. I became burnt.
Are we Ebony and Ivory?
No. Maybe.
But the Weasley twins will still be there. Hey, don't roll your eyes at me.
I'm not. I would never do that.
Anyways, not only that, the actress for River Song will be there. I'm horrible at names today, so I cannot remember her name.
What's her name? No, not Summer Glau. Alex Kingston?
Alex Kingston, like he said. She'll be there. Woohoo! We have a couple of the old doctors there as well. There'll also be Adam West and Burt Ward. I'm excited about that. If you can't.
Do we have this working? Should we just keep relaying his messages?
Yes, we're working on it.
Those are some of the cool guests that'll be there.
Before I could hear perfectly, and they were
what
relaying
cosplayers do y'all
the
guys
weapons
wanna
policy.
see?
All of them.
Will you be there, Cora?
I'll be there on Friday and Saturday early-ish. I have to be at dark hour by 5 at the latest.
What about you, Rob? Do you think you'll be out there?
Well, Friday I'm going to go out there early with these guys, and I'm probably leaving at the same time. Saturday is generally the day that I spend as much time as possible here getting as much footage. So, and probably if they're, it may be the same time, maybe about 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe 6. Who knows? As far as the shindig, I don't know if I can make that.
Happened before is me.
I have a friend who's throwing a birthday party.
Myself,
Wait.
Jason,
We have breaking.
you have a lovely
Hey,
body.
people in the room, if you can hear Devin at some point, let us know. Yeah, but
All right, we're gonna try it again. Try it again.
Yeah, don't bring it up that high. Okay, Chris, here's what we're going to do. Bring up audio to 100%. It's going to be a little bit choppy.
All right, we're gonna bring it up. Here we go. Audience 100, buddy.
Hey, Devin, you there, buddy?
donkey.
Yeah, Shrek.
I know, I just want to say donkey.
Oh. Oh. Okay, Rob, come over here. We're on this camera now. All right. What else is going on at Fandaze? Or actually, no. Matt asked us what kind of cosplayers we'd want to see. What kind of cosplayers do you want to see?
I want to see girls in skimpy clothing. Sorry, I'm a guy. I like to look, but I won't touch and I won't threaten. So I'm pretty much fucking harmless. And if I did, my girlfriend would kill me. So
Yeah.
there's always that.
We don't want to. She scares me.
Actually, I like to see some Agents of Shield. I would love to see a Falcon. That's what I want to see right now.
yes.
Someone could do a
Captain
really good
Falcon.
Falcon.
Meaning
Falcon.
Captain America.
Captain
Falcon.
American Falcon.
Captain
You know what?
Falcon.
Screw you. You leave Sam Wilson alone. He did nothing to you. Nothing.
I want to see some female Hawkeyes.
I would totally do that, but I don't have time to
We
make
know
the
you would
costume.
totally do that. Ha! Get it?
Ha ha ha.
What-
She's not my type.
Would you do one of those poses where you stand like this?
Fun fact, I met a guy at Dragon Con last year that did that. He did the regular movie Hawkeye costume, but he had booty shorts and like a kind of a midriff showing. And when he posed, he's like, "Do you want the normal Hawkeye pose or do you want the sexy pose?" I want both. And when he did the sexy pose, he did the TNA shot, and he still had the bow drawn perfectly. It was really awesome.
Well, let's go.
Let me ask you, of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which one do you believe is going to be the most cosplayed?
Star-Lord. It's easy.
Rocket.
Or Rocket.
So you say Star-Lord, you say Rocket?
Yeah.
Should we have a friendly wager?
There were people doing Rocket before. I mean, the movie even came out.
So no Groots? You don't think many Groots?
There'd be Groot, but I don't know how many. That's a tough one to make.
You know what? I would love to see a dancing baby Groot cosplay.
You probably will. You'll probably see at least one.
If I don't
and it'll be on the main floor and at the Irving Convention Center next to the escalator.
And he won't move ever.
Nope, it'll be right next to the Dalek.
You know what? If I don't see a dancing baby Groot cosplayer at Dallas Comic Con, I'll just make my own maybe.
I love how she added
Okay, you got 9 months.
I love how she added the maybe. She was like, I'll just make my own maybe.
Notes. Red Leather is one of the bands that's going to be at the Shindig.
Okay.
And we're working on a song.
There might have been customers that are witnesses to this.
They're like, excuse me, you have a crazy girl in the back waving her arms like Mecha Shiva?
Mecha Shiva?
Venture Brothers.
No, I know, but
how
often do you think somebody would say Mecha Shiva?
I don't know.
A lot of the clientele apparently watch Venture Brothers. It's not very dirty, but they watch Venture Brothers.
All right.
Do you quiz them?
No, but they'll just drop things that are like Venture Brothers things, like little subtle hints. They'll drop them.
Maybe they're dropping Johnny Quest hints.
Oh.
They could be doing that too.
I love Johnny Quest.
I missed that show.
That was a great show.
Another great Saturday morning cartoon, at least for me.
That was a great Saturday morning cartoon. Remember the one that had the hat on too? That like he got superpowers from the hat. I can't remember what that one was called.
Superpowers from a hat.
The one with the turban?
No, yeah, he had it. I think there was a guy. No,
that was Johnny.
Yeah,
that was Johnny Quest.
Oh, you're talking about something else.
Yeah, he had like this ball cap that he wore that like.
Oh, Mighty Max.
That was Mighty Max.
I love Mighty Max.
Mighty Max was awesome.
Hi, you get to see me get excited again.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Mighty Max was awesome. I hated the end of that show because it was just in a loop. Did you ever see the series finale?
I never got to see the series finale.
Yeah, it was just basically.
It did a loop thing?
There's a loop thing where basically like he goes into like a teleporter or something like that, and he goes back to the day that he got that little idol, gets it dropped on the floor, and the hat comes out again, a brand new hat because the hat he had got destroyed. So the brand new hat comes out, he puts it on, and then he starts back up again.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I never watched Mighty Max, so.
Yeah. It was a good show.
It was like the little baby?
No, he was like a...
He was a kid.
Yeah, he was a kid with baggy jeans and a shirt with a big M on it because that's what you do in the 90s.
Yeah.
And had a red bell cap, and he had a barbarian and an owl.
Yes.
Partners.
That's right. The barbarian did nothing, though. Neither did the owl.
Did you see the episode with the dragon in Norway?
You know how long this was? I don't remember.
Okay, so for the people that haven't seen Mighty Max, because we're gonna have this conversation now, there was an episode where where they went to Norway to fight a dragon, and they find Thor's hammer, and the barbarian picks it up and said, "By the way, I was Thor at one point," and just like became awesome for like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's an awesome episode then.
Oh, it was so cool, and you get to see Max in the belly of a dragon and having to not get liquefied. I really miss this show.
I do too.
I might have to go home and watch it now.
I wonder if that would be on Boomerang. I know Samurai Jack is on Boomerang.
Do you guys remember Blue Falcon and Dynamo?
I remember seeing it. I don't remember actually watching it.
I remember Blue Falcon.
Blue Falcon. He had the Dynamo was or Dynamut was a dog like Inspector Gadget.
Yes.
Had everything with elongate and all that. Yeah. Well, look it up. That and Mighty Man and Yuck.
Is anyone already going to the Yukon?
Ooh.
No. Okay. Oh, what was it called? The one with the Mountie?
Oh,
It was just one big melodrama?
yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
No.
No.
that was
the only one with the Mountie was The Perils of Pauline Pureheart, I think it is.
I think that's a comic strip.
No, there was a cartoon with the Mountie that was after her and freaking...
No, Dudley Do-Right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I said.
Paulie. Is Paulie with a Polly Pocket.
No, it was Penelope Pureheart.
Penelope.
That's right.
She was the one he kept had to save, and
yeah.
Dick Dastardly would try to hunt her down.
Yeah, and then they had like the racing show after that. Not long.
Okay,
Oh,
I got a plan.
You got a plan.
We're going low tech.
We're on low tech.
Hey, Devin, you there? Okay, this works a little bit better until we figure out our technical difficulty. Devin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Okay, I'm hoping the room can hear him a little bit better. So, sorry guys, we're going to get this done. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Devin Pike of Dallas Comic-Con Fandaze. Devin, thank you for being on the show and waiting with us with our technical difficulties.
Pleasure to be here, guys. And I'm Pat is happy to be here. Everybody's here. I don't even know if you've got video on me, but hey, rock and roll, man.
Well, we've got video on you. It's just that we're having some audio issues, which we'll get figured out later. So anyway, Devin,
the
this...
wonders of live production. You can't help but love it.
No, you got to just roll with the punches. Okay, buddy. So we've got Dallas Comic-Con presents Fandaze this weekend, happening at the Irving Convention Center Friday through Sunday. We're going back to the Irving Convention Center, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a small show. Tell us what we got going around this time.
It's a phenomenal show, and the funny thing is that you're right, it is one of our smaller shows, and yet listen to this lineup. If you're a Doctor Who fan, we've got Alex Kingston and Paul McGann. We've got Elijah Wood and Sean Astin together on stage. James and Oliver Phelps, whom you know as the Weasley twins from the Harry Potter series. The great Adam West and Burt Ward, the classic Batman. James Hong, a Hollywood legend. And, of course, all of us Gen Xers are looking at him and think, oh, Big Trouble in Little China, And, David Lopan, and we lose our minds. And to cap it all off, Kiwi Kwan, who was short round in Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, also starred with Sean Astin in Goonies, along with Karen Allen, who gave birth to Indiana Jones' son.
Yeah, we'll try to forget that he gave birth to that one.
It's a hell of a show. Oh my God, Jason David Frank from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's a stacked lineup, guys. It's amazing.
I always love Jason David Frank because he's always so outgoing at the shows when he's there.
I'm worried about him. He's kind of a wallflower. I'm hoping we can bring him out of his shell a little bit.
My ass he is. He puts on the best panels.
And I'm moderating his panel, so I'll bring my cup.
Oh man, that's awesome. I just want to shake the guy's hand. Okay, so we're going to the Irving Convention Center again. Right? Oh, you want me on that camera? I'm sorry. They want me to move over cameras, but it doesn't really matter because we're all about Devin right now. So there was a cancellation for this week. Some bad news. Let's just go ahead and let them have it.
Dave Bautista, who played Drax on Guardians of the Galaxy and a WWE superstar in his own right, got hired on to do a gig, and he's basically going to be shooting for the next 2 months straight. So he had to gracefully excuse himself from the festivities. He sends his love. He loves Dallas. He loves coming here. It was just one of those things where the scheduling didn't work out, and that happens more times than we care to count with the people who we were really hoping to see. But there's a lot of other stuff going on, man.
Oh, yeah, there's still plenty of stuff going on. And I think it's best that Dave doesn't come, because he and I have this rivalry. We don't want to get into it in the Irving Convention Center. It'd just be bad,
Don't do it to yourself.
I don't want to have to make him look
Don't
bad.
do it to yourself.
So it's cool. It's cool.
Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, keep throwing butter on that biscuit to see if it's still edible, pal.
Actually, Rob was going to screw me over. If what were you going to say, Rob, to Mr. Bautista?
Oh, I was going to tell Dave that Jason here likes to get slap chopped. And, he could probably take one from him.
No, I ain't doing that. I ain't crazy. I'm stupid. I ain't crazy. That was a one-time deal, and, of course, when BC's on the show. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so on top of the festivities, we always have a good time at any of the Dallas Comic-Con events that they have. I call them Nerd Family Reunion, just because you see everybody. And this is kind of our last one, and we're going to have a lull until the spring starts up. So it's going to be a good time, I think.
Well, yeah, the next show will be the second weekend of February, so it allows us to go into geek hibernation, soak up all of the great series that are coming out. We've got Arrow, Flash getting underway. We got Constantine in a couple of weeks. And then we'll watch for any sign of life from episode 7. And then once that happens, we'll come out of hibernation with another show in February.
And then, of course, the big boy back in at the Dallas Convention Center with the Dallas Comic-Con. Now, on that, we had a great time this year. If you guys checked out some video on our page, maybe saw some pictures that our wonderful photographer Linda got up here recently that she recovered from her computer because she's really talented and stuff like that. But would you let us come out to check out the Saturday night shindig after Dallas Comic-Con? Tell me how that came about, man.
I've been working on getting the after-hours component of the con built up. We started small. We did some parties at bars and restaurants around the Irving Convention Center, and we knew that going to DCC and throwing a big show like that with 60,000 people, you've got to have the nightlife. So we had a great event out at the Southside Music Hall, 6 musical acts, a lot of dancing, a lot of cosplay, a lot of shenanigans and foolishness. And it was a hell of a time. We'd love to have an SCNS out there. It was a great, great night. And the funny thing was, I wasn't going to do another big shindig until next May. And we all know that I have a really hard time saying no to things. So when Jonathan Colton's people told me that he was going to be available in October, I said, well, damn, I guess I got to throw another shindig.
Well, I mean, it was a great time. People were in costume. It was more of an adult scene, of course, after the con, but it was just a great time. We were just sitting around the table, friggin' singing all kinds of great British bands and just having it was a great idea. And honestly, man, there's no way you cannot do this now. You do realize that, right?
I really don't want to do one for February.
What?
Please don't make me do one for February.
Guys, make him do one for February.
Don't make me do it again. Please.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything, but it seems like you cave easy. So this might happen. So I don't know. Guys out there in the chat room, anybody watching this, just make sure Mr. Devin Pike of Bacon Samurai Productions, make sure you go and check that out. Just go over there and maybe nudge him a little bit. But anyway, so we're having another shindig, and you mentioned one of the acts already, but go ahead and give us a rundown of what we can expect at this Saturday night shindig this year.
Musically, not only do we have the great Jonathan Colton, who's been described as the Joss Whedon of music, and absolutely he's earned that title. Philip Nelson, a phenomenal acoustic act. Red Leather, who is just a straightforward rock and roll party band. They're going to be great. And we're bringing back DJ Bentendo, who opened up the shindig last year. God, it feels like it was a year ago, back in May. And Captain Fantastic. And there is one musical surprise that we've got on our sleeves, and you do not want to miss the shindig for that reason alone. This is something you absolutely don't want to miss, and I can't say anything about it.
Oh, come on.
I won't.
No.
I won't do it.
No, yes, you will. Okay, you know what? No. We'll respect Devin's privacy. Hey, let's just go ahead and go to a commercial break, and okay, Devin, we're off the air. Hey, man, so who do you have? You can go ahead and just tell me, because we're at a commercial. Nobody can hear.
You are not fooling anyone, Sparky. I know better than that. You're a tricky bastard. I'm not going to stand for such shenanigans. That's why I'm sitting down.
All right. And, well, it is going to be a good also, we want to tell people where it's going to be this year, because they don't want to go back to the same spot, looking for the shindig this year. Where are we having this?
It is at the Gas Monkey Barn Grill, which is at Northwest Highway and Loop 12. Which is less than 3 miles away from the Irving Convention Center, and we've actually got a deal. If you're at the con and you don't want to worry about parking or anything else, by the way, valet parking is free at the shindig, but we also have a deal with Uber where they've got a special code for new users. If you enter the code DAL Shindig, D-A-L Shindig, actually I went backwards if you're looking at the video. If you enter DAL Shindig into the Uber app, you get $20 off of your ride, and they're offering service all the way through the course of the evening. It's gonna. Oh, by the way, is anybody there a fan of Animaniacs or Pinky and the Brain or maybe Dilbert the Animated Series?
Yes, you have everyone's attention right now.
Well, one of the lead artists for the show, Greg, is an Emmy Award-winning artist. He will actually be there. He's not going to be at Dallas.
Now I lost him on here. Hang on. I'm going to call him back. Hang on. Okay, here we go. That was weird. I'm also calling him, so it's kind of... Isn't technology great? There we go. I don't know what happened there. It seemed like we lost connection.
I don't either. That was weird.
That was weird. I don't know. We got a cell phone company to argue with here in a little bit. Anyway, okay, sorry. Go back to our artists for Animaniacs.
Right. Well, Greg Peters, like I said, doing phenomenal sketches for people while they wait and selling off other pieces of art that he's got pre-made. There is live T-shirt printing. We're actually bringing a silk screener out there, so your T-shirt, you can watch it as it's being printed. So order your T-shirt that I want in this color and this style. Boom, you can watch it being made. It's your custom T-shirt. Let's see, the folks from Epic Gaming Lounge will be out there with a couple of massive big screens for some multiplayer video game throwdown. It's going to be a hell of a party. This is the party that I would go to, and I'm glad that I'm actually the person throwing it.
Devin, I was going to ask you how you're going to improve on the previous shindig, and I don't really need to ask that question now. I mean, you're at a bigger venue. You've got huge acts. There's going to be entertainment galore, and like I said, it is that more adult atmosphere. And we had a blast at the last one. Just to let you, would it be okay if we came back to this one? Is that okay with you? Is that cool?
I don't know, man.
Look, man, I'm going to go ahead and just say please, all right? Please.
Well, since you asked so nicely, of course, I would love to have the SCNS crew out there.
See,
but
everybody
you
says
gotta
I'm not
bring
nice.
Linda. If you bring Linda, you can come. But only if you bring Linda.
Okay, Linda is our in. So, Linda, if you're listening, we need to make sure that Linda is hydrated, rested. Matt, rub her feet or something. Matt's like, yes, I will rub her feet as long as Linda's going. Because Linda takes our great pictures that we see all over our page. So,
Linda's 8 miles awesome, man. She's phenomenal. Don't ever piss her off.
oh no, we already know that. She's great. Okay, so we got the Saturday Night Shindig. That's October 18th, right?
Saturday, October 18th.
Okay.
You can go to pickatic.com/onecoltastic evening, or you can buy tickets at the con. Just come on up to Dallas Comic Con. We'll be selling tickets there on site all day Friday and Saturday until 2 p.m. And we'll have tickets at the door as well.
So on top of some great guests, we've got the costume contest. We got the cosplay red carpet, which we love getting footage of that.
Oh yeah.
It's everything you need, and it's Nerd Family Reunion. So to all you guys out there, I hope to see you there Friday. I think I'm going to be there on Friday with Rob and Cora. We're all going to be there Saturday. We'll be doing some interviews out on the floor. We want to talk to you guys, the cosplayers, and what you're thinking. Of course, we'll see you at the Shindig. But Devin, it's been you've been very busy lately. How is that treating you right now? Because you hold some great events, man.
You know how they tell you that you're supposed to take care of your body when you're younger because you only get one of them? Well, I didn't. I was a naughty boy in my 20s, and I found out that my body is out of warranty, and they won't let me renew. So there's parts of me falling off everywhere. I'm gonna hold. I still gotta hold it together. Hear me, baby? Hold it together. So.
Well, like I said, you're holding the Shindig, man. You hold that great Doctor Who watch party. Plenty of events you're holding over there at the Angelica. They're great people over there. Is there anywhere that somebody could go to see upcoming events that you'll be putting on?
Well, just follow me on social media. Just Devin, JUSDEVIN on Twitter, or Facebook. It's Devin.Pike. I usually try to post as much as I can and as far in advance as I can. Folks at Alamo love Comic-Con to the point where they're opening up Alamos next to every place we have a Dallas Comic-Con event. They're opening up one by the Dallas Convention Center. So what they're doing to help for Fandaze is they're scheduling a week of movies before Fandaze kicks off with movies that are ubiquitous to the guests. We've got the original Batman movie from 1966 in 35 millimeter, Big Trouble in Little China, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and The Goonies. That's all leading up to the launch of the con on Friday. So, and I'm hosting all of those out at the Alamo Draft House. So if you go to drafthouse.com/DFW, you can get all those details as well.
All right. Well, guys, thanks, Devin. Thanks for joining the show. If you guys look in the description, we are going to have some links where you can buy some tickets for the Saturday Night Shindig and Dallas Comic-Con presents Fandaze. It's going to be a great time. We hope to see you guys out there. And Devin, try not to overwork yourself next weekend, buddy.
I'll do my best. If you see me leaning against the pillar, just just pat me on the head and say, it'll all be over soon, one way or the other, man.
Just throw a blanket over him so you can take a nap or something, like a canary.
More like James Brown, throw the cape over me, not ushering off the stage.
He can't go no more. Devin, thanks for joining us, man. Sorry about
more bit of funk in me. I gotta go.
Go more. He's gonna throw the cape off. We gotta put him on the red carpet for that one. Devin, sorry about the technical difficulties, man.
For you guys, that'll be our little joke.
Awesome. I love having this guy. Devin, you got to join us again sometime, man, and we promise it'll be a much better experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Pike of Dallas Comic Con. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Anytime, babe.
All right, thank you once again to Mr. Devin Pike for joining us. It was a great time, great interview, and again, we were very sorry for any technical difficulties that we had, but hey, you got to hear some fun stories about cartoons, old school cartoons. We love that stuff. And yeah, we're getting on this one because that one, for some reason, we are all looking pale in that,
Rob,
in that
come join us.
camera. Rob,
Don't
come on
touch
over here.
me. No.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and end the show. Thank you so much for everybody that joined us in the chat. Linda, Geeky, I think I saw Jaretta at one point was in there as well. So thank you all for joining us today. Guys, Extra Life. We got to talk about that real quick. So far, we've got a couple of donations. We definitely need a lot more. But we got some breaking, amazing, fantastic news that if whatever we get, whatever amount of money that we get, it'll be matched up to $1,000 from our good friend. So please, all of this money is going to go to the kids over at Cook Children's Medical Center over in Fort Worth.
Now, we're about a quarter of the way there, so we still need your help. And thank you to all the anonymous donors.
That's
we've
right.
had.
And anybody who
please,
we do know.
And don't do it anonymously. We want to thank you. We appreciate your gift, and it's going to a very good cause. Thank you very much to anybody who's anonymous.
All those anonymous donations was me.
Really?
Yeah. If y'all don't want to put your names on it, I will.
You jerk!
That's excellent.
So,
guys, please check out our Extra Life page. It's on the Facebook page at facebook.com/SCNS Live. And while you're there, you can also like it. And then on this video right here, you can subscribe to us. Subscribe to our channel at youtube.com/theUntitledSCNS. But another thing that you can do is you can go on Cinelinks.com. And Cinelinks.com has all of our videos on there as well as the Father Gamer Podcast. And the Father Gamer Podcast just actually had a brand new episode with a whole new team. So as far as we've heard from Mr. Eric Gibbs, the Father Gamer, it's an amazingly funny show. But it is also 2 hours long, so enjoy. That's going to be a great show for you to check out. Also, check out his GoFundMe page. But yeah, so what are you doing over there?
I wasn't going to do anything.
I could tell you weren't going to do anything over there. So, guys, thank you again for joining us. Follow us on Twitter at SCNSLive.com, at JasonTheX. You don't have a Twitter, do you?
Hawks Perch.
Hawks Perch. Twitter?
At Entropy1. NTROPI1.
All right. Instagram. Didn't we just get a new Instagram page?
We're working on that.
We're working on that.
But you can follow me and all my wonderful toy pics at JasonTheX.
You can follow me and all of my horrible toilet selfies at Coro_the_HawkGal.
And my toys on her pictures.
You need an easier name than that.
No, I don't.
It takes like 5 minutes for you to say that.
I wanted Hawk Girl or Hawk Guy or something in my name, and they were all taken.
You don't want Hawkman, that's for sure.
You know, the powers of a hawk and a girl.
Do you have a Instagram?
Yeah, y'all don't want to see my Instagram.
Okay.
We don't. It ain't got crap on it.
Don't want to see dick pics. Guys,
wait, what? No, it was just one time.
Oh wait, that was a text to me. Anyway, but guys, you can actually, like me or friend me on Xbox Live or on PS4, PlayStation Network, whatever it is, at Septuro7, just whatever. If you want a game with me, Destiny, a lot of fun. Anyway, so
I am Entropy_69
just to join PS4.
For PS4 users only. Damn the Xbox users.
Ooh, that's strong language. We're a family.
We're gonna bring that down.
I know, that's why now
real quick. Guys, unfortunately we won't be having a show next week, so we will be busy with Fandaze, but we'll have a lot of coverage with Fandaze, and just keep checking out the YouTube channel, keep checking out the Facebook page, and we love to hear your feedback. So again, email us at any time at matt@scnslive.com or jasonthex@scnslive.com. And I think that's it. So guys, without further ado,
Oh, what about Entropy at SCNSLive.com?
You have one?
Yeah.
You just never
Everyone
share.
has one.
Guys, if you
I
just
don't
want
have one.
all you're gonna get is a reply of a dick pic. Anyway, guys, keep on nerding.